Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ucla Bruins, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of a defense.
He's got it for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And so much for feeling each other out for a few plays. These guys come out spinning it.
All gas, no brakes. Come in and spin the magic bean on the opening play of the game, taking a shot. Doesn't get better than that if you're this quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got a chance. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pick.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Indiana. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the UCLA Bruins offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a crease to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Unleashes one deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Already a solid start to the... There he goes! They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And the Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Looking for room, it's Hemby. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes, but one surprise was Carson Schlesinger, third in the nation in tackles. He's now in the NFL, David, so what's the big adjustment for this defense?
Well, I tell you what, the team finished strong. And whenever you change coaching staffs, you need that believe, that buy-in moment. Finishing 4-2 down the stretch, I thought was a good thing. So can the defense swarm? Can they gain tackle? Who's the next guy in this rotation that's going to step up and make plays?
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, he leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Complete in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Rides the back on the option to give. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On target. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
He got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? And handoff from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off play action on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the counter. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Makes the grab. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? A long way to go. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Bruins are on the move. Tight end now in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Get it out on the screen. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. Direct snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
But sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mendoza. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays that's now got...
Turning it on! They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Looking to throw on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Really nice looking throw there. And traditionally, the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game. And if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. Nice move there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Deshaun Foster had a strong finish to the first year as head coach at his alma mater, but now with all of the optimism, the question, is it warranted?
Well, they got a big boost at the quarterback spot in the transfer portal, but I think just as important was bringing in Tino Sinceri to run the offense. I think for Deshaun Foster, this thing is going to look a whole lot different. And David, I expect them to be a lot more explosive.
And obviously the big name that can help propel it even more is Nico. The whole offseason we heard all about it, but UCLA finished on a hot streak, man. They went 4-2 in a new conference, so they kind of got their footing. But you paid this money, you made the investment in Nico. Does he take you to that next level?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Give him 6. Touchdown, Bruins. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finds the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got him. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. He wants it all. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights. Good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Berger. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Quickly out to the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's caught. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman. You think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the grab. It's Brady. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll go back to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
That's caught. It's Hemby. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The give out of the gun. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Heaves it on the run. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. In the red area, it's Hemby. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Got his man downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Snowed under by the defense.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Punt is on its way. Now on the return. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got a man, it's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
The Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Working that left side now. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Let's it fly. Touchdown, UCLA. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snap. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. Sets up the screen. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire. And that linebacker showed that there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Kemp. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Hemby. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Big guy smells it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Really nice job getting that touchdown. Now you got to go for 2. You got to tie this thing up, and your defense better get ready because the opponent has time to work the 2-minute situation, drive down the field. This game is far from over.
They'll try to get the 2, knot this thing up, and maybe push us into overtime. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He is denied, stopped short of the goal line, trying to tie the game, and he will not get the 2-point conversion. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they can get into field goal range. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hemby. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, no big surprise here in the 4th quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. This time it's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Indiana! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Zings it complete to the right. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
First down for the offense.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Got his man quickly. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one.